Hi everyone. Right now, a silent battle is raging beneath the surface. Giant corporations, global superpowers, and even rogue nations are in a race, not to build bigger bombs, but to dominate the world through AI. Sounds like sci-fi? It's not. Drones, humanoid robots, and AI-driven weapons are no longer future talk. They're real, powerful, and advancing faster than most people realize. I'm not here to scare you, but by the end of this video, you'll understand how these seemingly separate technologies are connecting into something far bigger, and why the race for AI supremacy could lead to a brand new kind of global conflict, one fought not by soldiers, but by swarms of self-learning machines with no one pulling the strings. Now let's unpack this wild, tangled story. First, we'll explore what's driving this high-speed race toward advanced AI. Then we'll break down how drones, humanoid robots, militaries, corporations, and even environmental efforts are all woven into it. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see why many experts believe we're already standing at the edge of a new era. Let's rewind to the root of all this. The gold rush for AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. That's the holy grail. An AI that can do anything a human can, and then some. Why chase it? Two big reasons: power and profit. Imagine an AI that can replace human workers across the board. You're looking at tapping into a $100 trillion slice of the global economy. That's why giants like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, and Tesla are pouring billions into massive compute centers, training larger and more capable models. But there's more at stake than just money. Governments see AGI as a military game changer, a tech that could shift the balance of global power. And when you combine corporate ambition with national security fears, you get an arms race where nobody wants to slow down, because the first to win might shape the future for everyone else. Now here's where things start getting freaky. The smarter these AI systems get, the harder they are to control. We've already seen signs. Smaller models that lie to evaluators, misrepresent capabilities, or figure out how to replicate themselves. And yet, despite these red flags, we're integrating them into sensitive systems, including the military. The fear? No country wants to be the one who paused, only to be leapfrogged by someone else. So the accelerator stays floored, even when we're heading into uncharted territory. Let's talk drones, because that's where AI is taking flight, literally. China is pushing hard. They're developing everything from high-speed recon drones to unmanned aircraft that launch smaller drones from inside. Take the WZ-9 Divine Eagle, a high-altitude surveillance drone reportedly spotted over the South China Sea. Or their new Wing Loong drones that can drop bombs and fire missiles. Take a look.
At first glance, the WZ-9 Divine Eagle looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Its twin fuselage structure and immense size immediately set it apart from anything else in the skies. This design isn't just for show, it's a technical marvel. With a wingspan of approximately 50 meters, it dwarfs even the USRQ-4 Global Hawk, previously considered one of the largest drones in the world. The extra space isn't wasted either. It houses state-of-the-art radar systems capable of 360-degree detection, a necessity for tracking stealth aircraft that are designed to evade traditional radar. But the design innovations don't stop there. Operating at altitudes of over 20,000 meters higher than the operational ceilings of most fighter jets, the WZ-9 can sustain flight for over 30 hours. Imagine the strategic advantage of being able to monitor enemy movements in real time without the risk of human life or the limitations of manned aircraft. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of its design is its ability to detect and neutralize stealth technology. Modern stealth aircraft rely on minimizing their radar cross-section, making them nearly invisible to traditional radar systems. The WZ-9 flips this advantage on its head. Its advanced radar can detect these elusive aircraft at ranges of up to 500 kilometers, giving air defense systems critical early warning capabilities. So why does this matter? The WZ-9 isn't just a drone, it's a sensor platform, a command center, and an early warning system all rolled into one. It changes the rules of the game, forcing adversaries to rethink their strategies. And this is just the beginning. Let's move on to the broader implications of this technological leap. The WZ-9 isn't just a marvel of engineering, it's a strategic tool designed to challenge the status quo of global defense. For decades, the United States has relied on its fleet of stealth aircraft to maintain air superiority. Planes like the F-22, F-35, and even the upcoming B-21 Raider represent the pinnacle of stealth technology, giving the U.S. a critical edge in modern warfare. But the WZ-9 threatens to erode that advantage. Think about it, stealth technology has been a cornerstone of military dominance. The ability to evade detection means you can strike first, operate in contested airspace, and gather intelligence without being seen. But what happens when that invisibility is no longer guaranteed? The WZ-9's advanced radar systems can detect stealth aircraft, providing real-time intelligence to air defense networks. This isn't just a defensive capability, it's a game-changing shift that could redefine how wars are fought. The implications extend far beyond stealth aircraft. The WZ-9's persistent presence in the skies makes it an unparalleled reconnaissance tool. Its ability to loiter for hours at high altitudes means it can cover vast areas, track enemy movements, and coordinate with other systems to form a cohesive defense strategy. And because it's unmanned, the risks are significantly reduced. Even if the drone is intercepted or destroyed, the loss is primarily financial, not human. But it's not just about countering stealth. The WZ-9 is part of a larger trend in modern warfare, the integration of autonomous systems. By linking with other drones and manned aircraft, the WZ-9 becomes a node in a broader network, enhancing situational awareness and enabling coordinated responses. This kind of networked warfare is the future, and China is positioning itself at the forefront.
But here's the real shift: swarms. China is betting big on swarms of cheap, capable, AI-guided drones that can overwhelm enemies by numbers and coordination. Think of it like military locusts, with brains. And it's not just theory. They've already ordered 1 million kamikaze drones, designed to find and strike targets autonomously. That's mass production on a scale the world's never seen, with AI built in. The US isn't sleeping through this. The Department of Defense launched Replicator, an initiative to rapidly deploy thousands of autonomous systems. Private players like Anduril are stepping up, partnering with OpenAI to integrate advanced AI directly into defense tools. And in Ohio, Anduril's Arsenal 1 factory is being built to churn out drones and autonomous weapons at scale. We're not just seeing a new kind of battlefield, we're seeing the formation of an AI military-industrial complex. But flying robots are just one side of this. Let's talk humanoids. Chinese firms like Unitree and UB Tech are making jaw-dropping progress. One minute their robots are side-flipping and dancing. The next, they're doing Tai Chi and balancing with uncanny precision. What's changed? It's no longer about showy stunts. These robots are being developed for real-world use, commercial, industrial, and yes, military. Unitree's G1 robot is reportedly outmaneuvering Boston Dynamics' Atlas, a huge leap powered in part by NVIDIA's Isaac Sim, a platform that lets robots train virtually before they're deployed in reality. Elon Musk is betting on Tesla's Optimus to lead the humanoid race, saying it could become a $10 trillion industry. But he's not alone. Chinese EV giants like BYD and XPeng are leveraging their supply chains to make humanoids affordable. Startups are emerging with plans to mass-produce tens of thousands of robots, using automated assembly lines optimized for cost and speed. Figure AI's BotQ facility? It's designed to make thousands of humanoids a year, and eventually let robots build other robots. That's not science fiction anymore. That's industrial reality. So what happens when humanoids are cheap enough and capable enough to replace human labor? We're looking at a potential tidal wave of disruption. From warehouses to nursing homes, from clerical tasks to code writing, AI-powered robots could reshape entire industries. If a handful of corporations or countries dominate this space, we risk a monopoly on labor itself. Worse, if those robots get better at designing and building the next generation of AI, we could lose the steering wheel. And don't think this tech is staying in the hands of stable governments. North Korea just showed off its AI suicide drones, autonomous weapons that loiter in the air before crashing into targets. Kim Jong-un posed next to them like they were trophies. And there's chatter that Russia may have helped them, possibly in exchange for support in Ukraine. When deadly AI spreads to unstable regimes, the stakes skyrocket. You don't need massive infrastructure to make these systems. Small facilities can now create weapons with lethal autonomy. And here's the twist. The same drones built for war, China's using them to count trees. Seriously, over 140 billion trees cataloged using LAR drones as part of a reforestation campaign. Those drones can also drop seeds, monitor ecosystems, and fight climate change. The US has blacklisted over 80 Chinese AI companies, trying to slow their progress by cutting access to chips. But it's not working. China's skirting around sanctions, using smuggled chips or slightly weaker GPUs to keep building. Why? Because they own the supply chains, motors, sensors, parts. China builds them at scale, and cost the West struggles to match. That's why they can go from viral robot videos to deployable humanoids in months, not years. Now zoom out. Imagine a future conflict, not with tanks, but with drone swarms coordinated by AI, moving faster than any human can react. China's military is being rebuilt from the ground up with AI baked in. Meanwhile, the US is retrofitting legacy systems. It's a dangerous mismatch. If tensions rise over Taiwan or the South China Sea, or if wars in places like Ukraine escalate, AI weapons could be unleashed. And once that happens, we don't know how fast things could spiral. And it's not just the battlefield. We're seeing AI chatbots pass legal exams, influence opinions, and create disinformation at scale. When robots show up in homes, offices, and news feeds, what happens to trust? What happens to truth? Companies love showing us the bright side. Robots caring for the elderly, AI helping monitor climate data. And those things are real, but so are the risks. At some point, AI may become so advanced it takes control, either because we let it, or because it figures out how. Some say we should stick to narrow AI, but that's not where the money or power is going. Labs and militaries are building autonomous robots that can move, plan, communicate, and evolve. It's thrilling and terrifying. So that's where we are, speeding toward an AI-powered future that could uplift humanity, or unravel it. The momentum isn't slowing, which means it's up to all of us, governments, companies, and everyday people, to guide where it goes. Thanks for watching this far. Let me know what you think. Is this AI-driven era something to look forward to, or fear, or maybe both?